Welcome to the Mindfulness-based Stress Reduction Program. This is the standing yoga practice. For this practice, you'll need to wear comfortable clothing that doesn't restrict your movements, and you'll also need enough space to do the practice, as well as a yoga mat or a carpeted floor. Before beginning to move, a few words about yoga and practice. Mindful yoga is about bringing awareness at appropriate times to the breath, movement, posture, thoughts, feelings, sensations. Yoga actually means to bring together or to yoke. It is about connection with our body, our heart, our mind, and our overall being. So regardless of the shape or condition of the body, yoga offers the possibility to explore and experience sensations moment to moment, and to learn to be more and more at home inside ourselves. The standing poses in this practice can help build strength, resilience, and flexibility. And I offer these words of caution. When moving, remember that yoga practice is not about getting the poses right. Everyone's body is different. Some of us may be more flexible than others. Some of us may be sedentary with little history of being physical. Some of us may be dealing with chronic issues in the body, and some of us may be very athletic and used to stretching. Regardless of where we are on this continuum, yoga offers the opportunity to connect deeply with ourselves. Work with these postures slowly and mindfully. Listen to your body's wisdom. If you find yourself unable to do a particular pose, feel free to skip it, or feel free to modify it to fit your body. Allowing yourself moment to moment to feel and acknowledge whatever is arising for you in the body and mind is a deep part of this practice. In this light, anything you do or don't do is part of the mindful yoga experience when you bring awareness to it. And now, coming into the first standing pose known as mountain pose. Place your feet on the mat, close together and parallel to each other. Feel yourself standing upright, noble, like a mountain. Sense the soles of the feet in contact with the floor, balancing evenly on your right foot and your left foot. Make each of your legs strong by drawing the thigh muscles firmly to the femur bones, to the thigh bones, and feel the strength in the foundation of the legs. From this foundation, inhaling, and let the upper torso stretch up towards the ceiling, making the body nice and tall, lots of space between the vertebrae. Feel the crown of your head extending towards the ceiling. Sensing the armpits and inhaling, allowing the armpits to roll up towards the ceiling as you spread across to the collarbones and let the shoulders draw down the back. Feel from the feet the lift of the chest as you hold yourself in this mountain pose. Then finally, exploring the arms as you broaden across the top chest area. Rotate the arms so that the palms face forward and the heart opens, the chest opens. Releasing the hands and just feel the lift in the chest, breathing in and breathing out. Mountain pose. just as it is. And now moving into the full body stretch. From the foundation of the feet, pressing into the floor, inhaling and raising both of the arms up towards the ceiling, palms facing in. And exhaling, turning the palms out and slowly lowering the arms mindfully down by your side. Breathing in and breathing out as you release. And then repeating, inhaling and raising the arms, stretching from the feet through the torso to the fingertip, palms facing in. And exhaling, turning the palms out, slowly lowering the arms down by the side. Breathing in and breathing out. And one last time, inhaling, full body stretch, letting the arms rise up, facing the palms in, and exhaling, releasing, slowly lowering the arms, and returning to the mountain pose, standing, lifting, and breathing in and breathing out. And now moving into the horizontal arm stretch. Feeling the foundation of the feet and the legs. Breathing in and raising both arms out to the side, bringing them level with the shoulders. And as you breathe out, turning the palms so they face up towards the ceiling. Breathing in and breathing out. And feeling this horizontal arm stretch from the center of the chest out to the hands and the fingertips. It may be useful to draw the shoulders down the back and to lift the top chest area as you reach out to the fingertips. Breathing in and breathing out. And when you're ready, exhaling, turning the palms and slowly lowering the arms down by the side. Releasing and just being. Then repeating, feeling the foundation of the legs, inhaling and raising the arms again horizontally out to the side, exhaling, flipping the palms up and reaching out to each side, feeling the stability of the legs. As we open the chest, let the heart open, and feeling the particular flavor of this pose, arms wide, just being. And then exhaling, turning the palms down, and slowly, with awareness, bringing the arms back down again by your side. Standing, returning to the mountain pose, breathing in and breathing out. And then now working with each side of the body, beginning with the right side. On an inhalation, raising just the right arm up towards the ceiling as you stretch the right hand up from the foundation of the right leg, the right foot, feeling the length along the right side body. Reaching up to the pinky, the index finger, and feeling the stretch on the right side body. Breathing in and exhaling as you breathe out, turn the palm out and lowering the arm slowly with awareness back down by your side. On the next inhalation, inhaling and beginning to let that left arm rise up, stretching the left hand towards the ceiling, feeling the foundation of the left foot on the floor and the stretch along the left side body as you reach up, breathing in and breathing out. And then exhaling, Turning the left palm out and slowly lowering the arm back down to the side. And when you're ready, a full body stretch. Breathing in and raising both arms up towards the ceiling, evening out the sides, and breathing out, reversing, lowering the arms, and releasing. Standing once again in mountain pose. And now, moving to a side bend stretch, shaping the body like a quarter moon or half moon. From the foundation of the feet, breathing in and raising both arms upward in the air, stretching towards the sky. This time, interlock your thumbs as you exhale and side bend to the right side, stretching the whole left side of the body, breathing in and breathing out. Being aware of any sensations, feelings, thoughts as we stretch the body to the side. Inhaling, drawing yourself back up to center, and as you exhale, side bending now over to the left side, which stretches the right side body. Being present to the sensations. Inhaling, come back up to center, and exhaling, releasing the arms, turning the palms out, and slowly lowering them down by the side. And then repeating this a second time as you inhale the arms up. Interlace the thumbs again. Change the interlace so a different thumb is in front. And as you exhale, again side bending to the right. As you stretch the left side body, perhaps feeling the shoulders different with the different interlace of the thumbs. And then inhaling back up to center and exhaling over to the left as you stretch the right side body. And breathing in, breathing out. Inhaling, bringing yourself back to center. And exhaling, turning palms out and gently releasing, drawing the arms back down by the side. When you're ready, begin to move the shoulders, lifting the shoulders up towards the ears and setting them back down behind you as you come into the shoulder rolls. Inhaling, drawing the shoulders up, and as you exhale, rolling them back behind you. Repeating this a couple of times, small circles or larger circles. And then coming to a place of stillness, moving the shoulders in the opposite direction, drawing the shoulders back and up towards the ears and forward and down. Making these circles now a couple of times, small or large, feeling into whatever tightness or looseness you find in the shoulders. And returning to the neutral position. Pausing and noticing. Then moving into the gentle neck stretches. Breathing in, and as you breathe out, slowly lower your right ear towards your right shoulder, without lifting or changing the position of the shoulder, just the ear. This stretches the left side of the neck, breathing in and breathing out. And then very gently inhaling, bringing the head up to a neutral position. And as you exhale, lowering your left ear down towards your left shoulder without lifting the shoulder up. Stretching the right side of the neck. Breathing in and breathing out. Inhaling and bringing the neck and head back up to a neutral position. And this time moving into the diagonal neck stretch. As you exhale, gently moving the right ear towards the right shoulder. And this time, very slowly begin to turn your eyes towards the floor on the right side of the body. Easy does it here. Very gentle, these subtle movements in the neck. Then when you're ready, inhaling and gently begin keeping the chin in to lift the head and neck back to a neutral position. When you're ready, exhaling, and second side, let the left ear move down towards the left shoulder, and very gently begin to turn the eyes to look at the floor down by the left side of the body. Easy does it on this side as well. Gentle movement. And then inhaling, keeping the chin in, bringing the head back up to a neutral position, and feeling the mountain pose. The steadiness of the feet and the legs below us, the lift in the torso, the openness in the chest. And feel yourself standing, breathing in and breathing out. And once again, a full body stretch, breathing in and raising both arms up towards the ceiling, stretching with palms facing in from feet, through legs, through the torso, to the armpits, the arms, the fingertips, a full body stretch. Exhaling, turning the palms out, and slowly lowering the arms down by your side. And now bending the elbows and placing your hands on the hips, preparing for a standing twist. Breathing in and standing up tall, and as you exhale, twist to the right, keeping your hips stationary and looking over your right shoulder, breathing in and breathing out. In this twist, try to feel the length of the pose as the stability of the twist is explored. It may be helpful to feel your right elbow moving slightly back behind you, breathing in and breathing out. And exhaling and releasing, coming back to center, and inhaling, lengthening the whole torso as you exhale over now to the left. Try to feel the height of the pose as the base for the twist, and drawing the left elbow slightly back behind you, breathing in and breathing out. And exhaling, returning to the centered position, hands on the hips, and pausing. And repeating a second time, inhaling, feeling the length of the whole torso and trunk, and exhaling, twisting to the right, drawing the right elbow back behind you, hands on the hips. And exhaling, returning to center. Inhaling, feeling the length of the torso, and exhaling now, twisting to the left. And exhaling, returning to the center. Releasing the arms, breathing in, breathing out. Being mindful of any waves of sensations, thoughts, feelings, being present. Then, placing the feet about hip width apart, preparing for the center field position. bending the knees and placing your hands on your thighs, feeling the weight in the feet, in the heels, maintaining the bend. Feel a sense of stability in the abdominal area, gently drawing the belly back towards your spine. And inhaling, raising the arms directly out in front of you. And if this posture is easy for you, then continue to raise the arms up over the head and releasing as you exhale in front of you. Hands back to the knees and gently come back to the standing position. And now we'll be moving into a forward bend. So feeling the weight in the feet, in the heels, and the stability of each of the legs, breathing in and raising your arms over the head. And as you exhale, forward bending, bringing your hands down towards the floor, resting your hands either on your knees, your shins, or even the floor. And check to see if this brings too much strain into the back or the backs of the legs, and if so, bend the knees as you need to support yourself in this forward bend. Sensations, thoughts, and feelings, just acknowledging in this forward bend. And when you're ready, pressing firmly again into the feet for stability, inhaling and raising yourself up as you bring your arms up and over the head for a full body stretch. From the feet to the legs, the torso, the armpits, the arms, full body stretch. And exhaling, gently lowering the arms back down by your side, returning to mountain pose. And pausing for a few breaths here in mountain pose. Mindfulness of standing, sensing the right foot and the left foot, an evenness of weight balanced between the two, exploring a lift of the chest as the shoulder blades draw down the back, arms resting at your side, feeling the nobility as we stand in this mountain pose with a sense of mindfulness of being, mindfulness of standing. And now moving to a balance pose, standing on one leg. If you need to hold on to something, by all means, please do. When you're ready, begin to lift your right heel off the floor and raising both arms as you're inhaling so that they're level with your shoulders. Continue to lift the right foot off the ground, breathing in, breathing out, and exploring this steadiness as you stand just upon the left foot and the left leg, being mindful of any waves of sensations, thoughts, feelings, being present to this balance and all the movement within the balance. And then exhaling, releasing the arms, releasing the leg, back down, arms by your side, right foot on the floor. Pause for a moment, and then letting all your weight now shift into the right foot, the right leg. As you begin to inhale, lifting the arms and lifting the left foot. So you bring the arms to shoulder level and finding the balance with the left foot off the floor. Balancing now on the right, breathing in, breathing out, and noticing the experience of balancing one-legged moment to moment. And exhaling, slowly returning the arms by your side and bringing the foot down to the floor. And feeling both feet on the floor as you stand in mountain pose. Breathing in and breathing out. The next two poses are held with a wider stance of the legs. We'll be starting with a modified triangle pose and moving into a full triangle pose. So begin by taking the feet 3 to 3.5 feet apart and paralleling the feet again. Feeling the weight in the soles of the feet and the heels and the mounds of the toes. So feeling the stability with the legs wide and the legs strong. Turning the right foot out 90 degrees and turning the left foot slightly in. Even with the legs apart like this, feeling the sense of mountain pose as the whole rest of the torso lifts out of this wide stance. Inhaling, bringing the arms to shoulder height, level with the shoulders, and as you exhale, bending the right knee, making a right angle with the thigh and the lower right calf. Let the right knee rest just above the right heel. And then beginning to bring your right elbow and forearm, placing it on the right knee as you stretch back to the left foot, giving the right side of the body support from the strength of the left leg. Inhaling and raising the left arm up towards the ceiling. Stretching from right elbow to left fingertip. Breathing in, breathing out. And to come out of this pose, inhaling, pressing into the back heel and letting your left hand draw up towards the ceiling and out back towards the left foot as you bring yourself up, unbending the right knee, coming back to this neutral position with the legs wide and the arms open. This time now, breathing in, breathing out, and turning to go to the second side, turning the left foot out 90 degrees and turn the right foot back in just a little bit towards the left. Feeling the strength of the legs as you inhale and extend to the fingertips, arms at shoulder height, and exhaling, bend the left knee, making a right angle with the left thigh and the left lower leg. Bringing the left elbow and forearm now to the left thigh and knee, and stretching the right arm up towards the ceiling. Breathing in and breathing out. Extending that right foot and leg back behind you, supporting this whole pose as the body's extended over the left knee. And to come out of the pose, inhaling, pressing into the back heel and letting that right arm lead you up and out of the pose, coming to a neutral position, releasing the arms down, bringing the feet back together, and pausing here in mountain pose. Then widening the stance again, placing the feet 3 to 3.5 feet apart, feet parallel, preparing for the full triangle pose. Firmly establishing this posture and exploring the lift of the torso with the legs wide. Then turning right foot out 90 degrees and turning the left foot slightly in. In this pose, we'll be side bending to the right, keeping both legs straight. Inhaling, raising both arms to shoulder height, and exhaling, reaching the right hand out to the right and then down towards the right shin, ankle, or knee. Breathing in and breathing out. And then extending the left arm towards the ceiling, the palm facing in front of you, and eyes gazing forward. This is the final pose, being mindful of the breath, sensations, and being present. To gently release, inhaling, pressing into the left leg and reaching the left arm back towards the left foot as you draw yourself up and back to center, paralleling the feet and releasing the arms. And pausing, the feet wide, taking a breath before going to the second side. Then, turning left foot out 90 degrees and turn the right foot slightly in. Inhaling, raising both arms to shoulder height, and exhaling, reaching now the left hand out towards the left and bringing it down to the left shin, the ankle, and the knee, wherever it feels the most supportive. Extending now the right arm up towards the ceiling, palm facing forward and eyes gazing forward. And just feeling a couple of breaths in this full triangle pose, legs straight, arms extended, eyes soft. And to gently come out, inhaling and pressing into the right leg as you draw the right arm up and back, bringing yourself back to center, paralleling the feet, releasing the arms, and bringing the feet together as you return to the mountain pose. This next pose is another one-legged balance pose. So if you need to move to find support, feel free to do so. Starting from mountain pose, feeling the body balanced evenly on both feet. Begin to let all of your weight shift into your left foot and your left leg. And then inhaling, bending the right knee and lifting your right foot up behind you. Reaching back with your right hand and grasping your right ankle or your pant cuff. And gently drawing the heel a little closer to your buttocks if you can. Inhaling and raising your left arm up towards the ceiling and stretching from the left fingertips through the torso down to the right knee as you're breathing naturally and normally, balancing, noticing. And then releasing as you exhale, bringing the right foot down to the floor, stretching the leg, balancing on both feet. And then letting your weight shift into the right leg and the right foot. And when you're ready, bending your left knee and lifting your left foot up behind you. Reaching your left hand back behind you to grasp your left ankle or the cuff of your pants. And drawing the heel a little closer to the buttocks as it feels right for you. Inhaling and raising your right arm up towards the ceiling and stretching from right fingertip through the torso down to the left knee. Breathing naturally, normally as you find the balance now on the second side. And when you're ready to release, lowering the hand and arm, releasing the leg, and placing both feet now on the floor, returning to the mountain pose. From here, moving to warrior pose. Widening the legs, this time 4 to 4.5 feet apart. Parallel the feet. And feeling the strength of the legs in this wide angle stance. Turning right foot out 90 degrees and turning the left foot slightly in as you stretch back into the left leg. Inhaling and raising the arms to shoulder height. As you exhale, bending in the right knee and lowering the torso down. Warrior pose. The chest is lifted and the arms are extended out to each of the sides. Turning the gaze out over to look over the right fingertips. And sensing the support of that left leg back behind you, anchoring the pose. Couple of breaths, noticing and observing. And when you're ready, inhaling, unbending the right knee, turning the right foot back, and preparing now to turn to the left as the left foot turns out 90 degrees, and the right foot turns slightly in. Arms are still extended out at shoulder height, and lifting the chest. Inhaling and extending to the fingertips. Exhaling, bending the left knee and making a right angle with the thigh and lower left leg as you stretch back and anchor the right foot and the right leg behind you. Feeling the lift of the chest as you turn your eyes now towards the left hand, warrior pose, noticing presence. And inhaling, unbending the knee, turning the feet parallel, releasing the arms, and bringing the feet back together for a full body stretch. Sensing the legs as you inhale, extending the arms over the head, reaching the fingertips up. And as you exhale, releasing the arms back and down by the side. Bringing awareness to this pause. And then very gently lowering yourself down to the ground, coming onto all fours. Placing the hands beneath the shoulders, shoulder width apart, and placing the knees beneath the hips, hip width apart. Preparing for downward dog pose. Lifting each of the hands up and walk them one palm's length away from the knees, widening the distance between the hands and the knees. Then turning the toes, inhaling, pressing into the hands and into the toes as you lift the buttocks and the hips up towards the ceiling, forming an inverted V or U shape with the body. This pose is strenuous, so approach it gently and breathe naturally. Initially, you may need to keep your knees slightly bent, but to increase your flexibility, alternately bring one heel down and then the other to stretch the backs of the legs. As you gain flexibility, try bringing both heels down towards the floor. Stretching from the hands, along the arms, the armpits, the torso, to the hips, and stretching the backs of the legs down towards the floor. Breathing in, breathing out. And then releasing, walking the feet towards the hands, and returning to the full mountain pose, standing upon the right and the left foot, releasing, and then inhaling into the full body stretch, drawing the arms up and over the head, and exhaling, drawing the arms down with awareness, and releasing them by your side. Then gently making a transition to sitting on the floor. Use a couple of blankets if your hamstrings are tight and feels more supportive for you.